Who the f do you think you are? Worried about what I'm doing?
Okay.
All units respond.
Backup is en route. Proceed with caution.
Whether or not you think that trooper acted appropriately is totally your opinion. However, the fact is there were consequences for his actions, and I know you don't want to be a negative statistic when it comes to losing your temper or getting killed. There are three things that can absolutely be detrimental to police officers: not being aware, complacency, and denial. So you have to consistently seek and train to continue to improve each and every day, because you are human and no human's perfect. We can always learn from our mistakes and continuously seek to improve. So I have on this video James Woods.
James Woods.
That's right, James Woods.
So what are you gonna do?
No, not that James Woods. That yoga dude, James Woods. Now hold on. I know you're thinking, man, I don't like yoga. He's not even gonna talk about yoga. He's just going to talk about how you can maintain your professionalism and you can relieve your body and mind of the stress and demands of the job. So watch this video, the whole thing. You don't want to miss it. It's very important, and he can show you some hacks that will relieve you of stress that are convenient and won't totally bore you to death. Here's James. So James, when someone, obviously particularly law enforcement, just feel like they're getting so angry, so furious that they're about to lose it, are there any kind of strategies, techniques, exercises that you would recommend someone do in the heat of the moment so that they don't lose it and therefore lose their job or have negative consequences?
Wiggle their toes. Wiggle their toes. This sounds funny, but bringing yourself back into your body, bringing yourself back into a place, as we call it in the yoga world, and being grounded, because we have that brain, now they call it the lizard brain, or the old brain within our own minds that takes over and says we have to react to our emotions. And if it's anger in that sense, we have to react to our emotions, what we have right there. And that could be a badge, that could be a gun, that could be a fist.
Good evening. It's the latest in a bizarre case from Rutherford County. An off-duty, out-of-town police officer faces charges after pulling his service gun on a driver in a road rage incident.
We're going to react emotionally with whoever we have to exert that power, to exert whatever we have in that moment. And when we come back to ourselves in our body, it helps us to, hey, see the anger for what it is and not let it take us over.
I never thought about wiggling toes. And the good thing about wiggling toes is police officers wear boots, and it's not like someone's going to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, good. And if someone's like that silly, then here's what will attract officers to it. Call it tactical wiggling of toes. If that's what makes you do it, then so be it. Put a tactical in front of it. Anything to prevent that irate eruption. So other than wiggling the toes, what's your top piece of advice so far as making wellness convenient and fun, so it's not just one more thing that's like a daunting task or something that we have to go through?
I always like to start with the breath.
Deep breath.
But when you add intention to it, when you add, hey, I'm breathing and I'm being aware of I'm breathing, and now I'm aware of how good it feels to breathe. Do you mind if we take a couple of breaths?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So wiggle your toes in your boots, relax your shoulders, sitting up. If you're standing, you can stand up nice and tall. If you're sitting, you can sit nice and tall. Have that firm body sitting up. Your feet are placed firmly in the ground. And then you just get in a position where your back is straight and tall and you can breathe down into your body. Why do we do all this posturing? Because we want to get as much oxygen down into our belly as possible. One of the largest nerves, the largest nerve in the body, is called the vagus nerve. It runs from our brain all the way down to our gut. When we fill our gut with oxygen, it helps to relax that nerve and signal to the brain that we are okay, we are safe. All right, let's take a couple of breaths. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. We're gonna breathe in through the nose and then breathe out of the nose. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, you can just stare at the tip of your nose and kind of block some things out so you can stay within. All right, I'm gonna count to 3. And then we're gonna take 3 deep breaths. 1, breathe in through your nose. 2, then we're gonna breathe out of the nose. And take a deep inhale on the count of 3. Let's inhale here, breathe in. Still relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Exhale, breathe out of the nose. Let's take 2 more. Let's inhale deeply here. Fill the belly up. You feel that belly like a big red balloon. The belly's getting big. And as you breathe out of the nose, the belly collapses and feel your belly button pushing back towards your spine, pushing out all the toxins, the stress, the tension in the body. One more, let's take a deep inhale here, breathe in. Long, slow exhale, breathe out, softening the face, relax the jaw, relax the hands, relax the arms, relax the eyes, relax the feet. Good. And then coming back into your regular breath, maybe you're noticing all the equipment that you have on. You might have a heavy vest on your chest, the tools on your belt, the uniform. You just start to notice your body once again. And as you start to notice your body and be aware of it, you can also be aware of how you react to the emotions that come up, the fear, the anxiety, the stress, the pressure. And you get to separate all that from who you actually are. You get to separate it from the body that you're in, from the emotions that you're feeling. We have not been taught to be aware of our emotions, just to not deal with them. But as we begin this process of breathing and awareness, we begin to learn tools to deal with those stressors in a way that's healthy for us and can also be used in the field in that current time. Just a couple of minutes, couple of breaths, and you're good. And whenever you're ready, come back and shake it off, move the head left and right, and kind of get to it. And like you said, it's not something that we want to burden people with because you got a whole bunch of other things you can do, but you're breathing already. But when you're just putting that intention into my breath, it's like, oh, okay, here are my fingers, here are my arms, here are my legs. Just here it is. You start to feel that difference and you can connect on a whole different level with yourself.
That was a very good exercise. If people are tired of feeling bogged down mentally, physically, how can they find you?
You can go to the website, thatyogadude.com, Instagram, thatyogadude, YouTube channel, thatyogadude. Everything is thatyogadude.